So, Legacies has ended, and with it, the entire franchise. I mean, you had 8 seasons of the Vampire Diaries, 5 seasons of the originals, and 4 seasons of Legacies, less for each show. And now that Legacies is over, for better or for worse, it was an interesting show, to say the least. Wasn't nearly as good as originals or the Vampire Diaries, but it is sad to see that it's over. But it's not over, is it? Because the creators of the show, Julie Plec, says that it's not over. There will be another show. It will take time because they were surprised by the cancellation of Legacies. They weren't expecting that. So they're going to need to write a script, create a draft, make a pilot, get it approved, and then start the show. So it'll be a while, maybe a few years. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully a year and a half, 2 years at the most. Hopefully. It'll be longer, though. But the question is, what will the next show be? Continuation of Legacies? Probably of some sort with some of the old cast, but a new setting, a new crew, fresh life. But that's not what I want at all. And today I want to discuss a few possibilities of what the new show could be. The Vampire Diaries had an amazing ending. So did originals, and I have problems with Legacies, but Legacies also had a really good ending. But it doesn't feel like an ending. And clearly the creators feel the same way because, like I said, they're creating another show. But what could they do? One is, like I said, a continuation of Legacies. They should have just made season 5 then. I know it got canceled, but I mean, that's probably what's going to happen. It's going to basically be Legacy season 5, but maybe with only having Hope back and not having the other people back, and just getting a new setting and a new supporting cast and just kind of continuing the story. That's not what I want at all because I didn't even really like Legacies. I mean, I watched the whole thing because I'm an obsessed fanboy and I love the Vampire Diaries. It is my favorite show of all time. But what do I want? What do I personally want? I think the thing that I would really enjoy, and is the second most likely, is a revival of the Vampire Diaries. A season 9, if you will, but not a season 9 because it's been so long. It can't really be a season 9. There were rumors of season 9 for so long. That was all fake. But a Vampire Diaries season 9, a revival. You could bring back Nina Dobrev and Ian Somerhalder, and they're human at the end of season 8, so they can have their human life. And my idea would be that Damon is not liking being human. He loves Elena, but he needs more, so he becomes a vampire hunter. You got Jeremy and Matt, and even Alaric. So many characters that would work with. Especially since it's been so long, those characters have aged. Most of the Vampire Diaries cast was human by the end of the show, and the characters that aren't human, they could still be in it. But I really think that it would be a really cool idea to just reboot, or rather have a revival, not a full reboot. That is actually number 3, but I really think it'd be cool to just have a revival of the Vampire Diaries. Third, which is also probably the third most likely, and the thing I do not want, the thing I don't want, the absolute most, I would hate this, is reboot the show, new cast, go back to season 1, which is the worst season anyway, but go back to season 1 and just make the show again. And maybe they can go closer to the books, since coming from someone who's read the books and watched the show, they're ridiculously different. Very, very different. So that could work, but I don't want to see a reboot. I put practically a decade into this show. I mean, I didn't watch it from the beginning, but it's been about a decade. I've been watching this franchise. I don't want to see a reboot. I think that would be really just like a slap in the face, like a lot of reboots are. Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween's a great example. and Nightmare on Elm Street. Those movies just ditch the original continuity and just start over. Great. I guess we just wasted the last 10 years. But the point is, that would be terrible. They could do a continuation of Legacies, and they could do a revival of the Vampire Diaries. Those are the two things I am really hoping for. But there's one thing that I want. The thing that I want more than anything, which I know it's not going to happen, so that's why I'm not mentioning it until now. The first two I'd be happy with, especially the revival of the Vampire Diaries. Reboot I would hate. Those are the three most likely possibilities of what they would do next. I don't think they do a revival because Julie Plex's statement sounds like it's a continuation, but you never know because they'll take what they can get to continue the show. But the thing I want the most, which it might sound weird because this is also this is a reboot that I'm about to suggest, but the thing is, while a Vampire Diaries reboot would be dumb because we already saw it, I want a reboot of the originals. Like, not like the New Orleans show, but like go back 1,000 years ago and give us a show, a period piece from that time period. New cast, new actors. I know it's going to be hard to replace those guys, especially Klaus. But if they could pull it off, this would be amazing. Like, we only get like flashbacks. We get maybe like a half an hour of total footage from that time period. If that, not 20 minutes. And I really just want to see a full show of just that. Just like the way the Michelsons turn into vampires. The way that, Klaus killed his mother and then Michael killed his father. I mean, there's so much that we know about. And I just want to see more of it. Like, maybe have some twists. Maybe a couple of the siblings die by Michael's hand in the first season or something. And maybe the second season does a time jump, and we're more in the like the flashbacks in original season 3, where they meet Lucien, and they're trying to fit in with the town, and just so many cool ideas. There's so much they can do with it. There's so much stuff they could do, and there's stuff they could do with the Vampire Diaries reboot too. But again, we already saw that show. We didn't really see this. Sure, it'd be a reboot, but it would be a reboot worth telling. Because if you stuck to the original continuity, it would just be too rigid, and on top of that, the actors have aged. It'll be weird, and not all of them are not going to want to do it. And if you recast them and stuck to the continuity, at that point, you're just limiting yourself for the sake of limiting yourself. So that's what I want. I want an originals reboot set in 1000 AD or whatever, and that would be ideal. But I'm going to say we're probably going to get a Legacies continuation or a Vampire Diaries revival. Probably Legacies, though. It's unfortunate because Legacies is... I liked the finale. I liked Season 4. And I liked Season 1. Season 2 and 3 is where we had issues, but that is a discussion for another time.